Hi, you're watching GetGabbin, this is Arrux. What we're looking at today? Halloween stuff. It's Hallow's End. Let's get going. First thing we're going to cover is candy buckets. Candy buckets are located within a bunch of inns throughout the world and are tied to a bunch of achievements also. First go up to the candy bucket, click it, select complete quest, and you'll get a handful of treats and then something might happen to you. The first candy bucket you obtain should award you with the trick or treat achievement, and then there are several other achievements for obtaining a candy bucket within specific continents like Eastern Kingdoms, Cataclysm areas, Kalimdor, Northrend, Pandaland, and Outland. There are no candy buckets or candy bucket achievements related to Draenor or the Broken Isles, so I wouldn't even worry about looking for them there. The next two achievements are called a mask task, which is to simply obtain any singular mask, and then the second achievement called a mask for all occasions, which is to collect 24 unique masks. Masks can drop from various locations, candy buckets, quests, the Headless Horseman, or you can simply purchase them from the vendor outside Stormwind Undercity. Be warned, purchasing them from the vendor will cost you 2 of the valuable tricky treats. Next, you want to get the Frightening Friend achievement, which is to find Pepe wearing a spooky scarecrow. First things first, you need to go to your bank, get your garrison hearthstone, because who the fuck carries that around anymore? Herf your way back into the garrison. Once back at your garrison, mount up, bomb it over to the graveyard over here. Ooh. And then simply find him perched up on top of this grave, click him, boom, you get Pepe and the achievement. The next achievement is called Rotten Hallow. It requires you to go up to the daily quests, pick up all 4 of them, which is a time to gain, a time to lose, stink bombs away, and clean up Stormwind. A time to gain is really simple, just go to your Wicker Man, click this button on the bonfire, boom, use bonfire. As an added bonus as well, the unburdened buff you get, which lasts for 2 hours, gives you reputation gains of 10% for 2 whole hours. So basically when you're bumming around in Broken Isles, grinding out that Suramar rep, you can do it with an extra 10% bonus. How's that? It's pretty damn awesome. To do stink bombs away, you go up to Gertrude Fenlow, click on ready to fly and bomb the Undercity, you get a nice swanky UI appear, and then you twizz on over to the Undercity. Whilst in the Undercity, just simply bomb the shit out of people that you see. Bomb everything. Bomb all the things. And after you drop your last bomb on the Undercity, you click the 6 and you fuck off back home and the quest is complete, ready to turn in. So the next quest in this 4 quest chain is to clean up Stormwind. It's basically the reversal. Go run around Stormwind, find these little orangey patches, and then go and clean up the Horde's mess that they've dumped all over Stormwind. And once you're done, head on back. Okay, to complete the a time to lose quest, what you need to do is bomb it over to the opposing faction's Wicker Man, click the dousing agent, she'll lob it, and then you want to get the fuck out of there. Ooh. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, you just want to get out there as quickly as you possibly can. So once you're finished with that, what you want to do is just go hand these quests in. They each give you a bunch of tricky treats as well as a reward. And then you should get the lovely achievement. Oh, I've got a different one there. Rotten Hallow achievement, done. The next 2 achievements are pretty easy to get. All you need to do is go to your bags, find tricky treats, and eat them. And then eat them. And then eat them again. And then some more. Until you're basically sick. I think it's like 5 or 6 you need to eat. And there we go. Oh, lovely. Out with it. Obtained. Another achievement that's pretty simple as well is you can use the toothpick to give you the Sparkling Smile achievement. Now both these items you can get from candy buckets, from quests, from the Headless Horseman, from basically anywhere. So that's pretty damn good. The next achievement, called Sinister Calling, requires you to get a hallowed helm and a sinister squashling. These can come in the form of a drop, or you can simply purchase them from the vendor for 150 tricky treats for the hallowed helm, and then 150 tricky treats for the sinister squashling as well. The next achievement, called a Saviour of Hallow's End, requires you to go to one of a couple of areas, namely Goldshire and Brill, and kill the Shade of the Horseman. He'll just turn up at random intervals. He'll just kind of bum around and shoot him. Once he's down, you can get the achievement and he'll leave behind a pumpkin. That'll give you a daily quest. Go hand that in to the Orphan Matron and she'll give you some rewards. The Orphan Matron also has a quest called Fire Brigade Practice. Accept it, grab a bucket and go and put out any fires that are in the resulting area. The fires only spawn when the horseman is flying around, so if the horseman's recently dead you might have to wait a little bit. The next achievement, called Check Your Head, basically requires you to go and grab some weighted jack-o'-lanterns. You can get these from candy buckets or other quest rewards. You need to go and look down the list and find all of the alliance races or horde races and throw jack-o'-lanterns on their head. For example, this human here who's running away, he's going to get jack-o'-lanterns, and then now that person is ticked off from my list. Once you've got all of them, the achievement should pop. When you're questing around, doing all your Hallow's End stuff, or hunting down all those missing candy buckets, you'll be rewarded with a hallowed wand. The hallowed wand will allow you to transform a party member into something else, and it's linked to an achievement called the Masquerade, where you have to transform a party member into a wisp, a ghost, a leper gnome, pirate, ninja, skeleton, and bat. You don't really get control over what you're rewarded with, because whilst there are a bunch in that achievement, there's also a whole load of different ones that aren't linked to that achievement, and it will just give you a random one. However, if you're missing a particular one, you might want to invest some of your tricky treats at the wand vendor and buying one of the ones that you're missing. The next achievement we're going to look at is called G Nerd Rage. There are items tied to the Hallow's End event called G Nerds. They make you look intelligent. Each one only lasts for 5 minutes. It's a 5-minute buff. And basically what you want to do is go into any battleground, apply the buff, and then get 10 honourable kills, and that achievement will unlock. You can get these from any candy bucket, or you can also buy them from the vendor if you want to part with tricky treats. Be warned though, if you die with the buff enabled, it will disappear and you'll have to apply another one, so come into the battleground with quite a few if you want to get yourself guaranteed achievement. The next achievement is called Bring Me the Head of... Oh wait. It's basically to kill the Headless Horseman. You can find the dungeon in the dungeon finder. It's called the Headless Horseman. It does require you to be 110, and it drops 835 loot. You also have the chance of getting a mount as well as a plate head, which looks like the Headless Horseman. So this fight is a bit of much of a tank and spank. You just DPS the Headless Horseman, avoid shit on the floor, and then when his head pops off, you want to just go and beat the crap out of the head. The phases will happen a few times before the end of the event. Unfortunately, they're done by a percentage, so you can't really force it to go any quicker. But yeah, there's not really much mechanics to it, and it doesn't really require anything. Just nuke him down, get your loot, get the fuck out. There's also a brand new quest that you can do this year. Go to Azeroth, then Broken Isles, then Val'sharah, and below Blackrock Hold is this badass over here, Hag of the Crooked Tree. Click her, something's gone wrong with sister, click the cauldron, go into the Shadow Realm, beat the shit out of her sister who's just conveniently standing there, hand that bad boy in, and collect some sweet rewards. What do we got? We've got jack shit. Moving on. So that's pretty much it. That's almost all of what the Halloween event has to offer. There's some other bits and pieces that we didn't really cover, like for example, the vendors have loads of other stuff that you can go and buy, like little Wicker Man pets, different helms. There's entire sets that make you look like Arthas or Deathwing in his human form, and then the brand new one for this year is the Grommash Hellscream set. Also, for some odd reason, you can also buy heirloom armor casings from here for 450 tricky treats. But yeah, I mean, tricky treats as a whole kind of come so infrequently that it's going to be very difficult to be able to buy everything. So make sure you prioritize stuff to buy. If you don't have to go and buy the wands, don't buy them. If you don't have to go and buy the G Nerds or whatever else, don't buy them. Just kind of go through, get all the candy buckets, just see what it gives you, and then just fill in the gaps at the end, right? Don't try and rush it unless you're obviously running out of time. Last but not least, there's the pet vendor, so you can buy all the pets that you're missing, like the Cursed Birdman, the Feline Familiar, and basically other stuff. Also, there's the pet called the Perky Pug, which you would have got for doing like dungeons and stuff. There's little costumes for him. There's a little Scarlet costume, a Yipsaron one, and yeah, it's completely crazy. So I mean, just go and explore for yourself. There's loads of daily quests and other bits and pieces that you can go and do. But anyway, yeah. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow us on Twitch and Twitter. And yeah, we've got loads of cool stuff coming up. So yeah, just keep checking us out and we'll throw more interesting and exciting content at you.